What up, everybody? It's the Rottweiler Patriots. I'm Vegas,
And I'm T-Bone.
and we're coming at you with another video today where we're going to be doing our Carolina Panthers Week 16 recap. The Panthers fall to the Green Bay Packers 33-30. Just couldn't quite get the job done. Had a nice comeback, though. Bryce Young looked really good. May have been his best game of the season. Smith-Marsette also had himself a nice game, but ultimately the Packers able to hang on and get it done. T-Bone, let's get your thoughts on this one.
Um, so well, this was definitely a second half game for sure. It really sucks because we were really in our bag the second half. It just wasn't panning out like it was. Our defense did not show up today. That's just plain and simple. It is, and I'm a little frustrated at that because like if they did anything, like if they even tried a little bit against Jones, it could have been a lot different. But Jones was our daddy for the first half. But honestly, overall, there's not much you can do. Sometimes defenses just can't come up during games. And honestly, we've had such solid defense all year. We're bound to have a falter game here and there. And you know what? This is our falter game. Oh well, kind of sucks, but oh well. Offensively, this was our best game. It's this or the Detroit Lions game, and I would say this is better. So, because there's no interceptions thrown by Bryce Young. Bryce Young looked as good as he has been. Had a nice little couple rushes. Um, our offensive line wasn't crapping themselves. They still weren't great. It's still Panthers offensive line, but they gave Bryce at least a couple minutes. So that's what I appreciate is that we're taking a look offensively. We were able to do stuff. And I was a little bit too harsh on the defense. I mean, they still didn't show up, but I mean, we did get a couple of turnovers, or not turnovers, couple of times that we were able to give the ball back. But offensively, yeah, like I said, best game. We since Chenault went down with the injury, we're using Marset, and that's kind of cool. Sort of what's just happening. I kind of like seeing Smith-Marsette as the new gadget guy. So, Chuba Hubbard, not his best game, but he still got a touchdown. He's still doing what we need to do, and he's not giving up. There's a video that came out where he was on the sideline. He's like, "I'm tired of not winning, but I know what I'm worth, and I'm gonna do it." So, aforementioned, really sucks that we spent the wad on Sanders and it just isn't meant to be, but also we spent the wad and we found our guy who we didn't spend the wad on, but still. Frankie Louvu's still doing solid. He's still doing good work. Derek Brown really came into his own this season, as I've said before. I would say this is Bryce Young's best game, without any hesitation to say. DJ Chark had a nice game. This is the first time a Panthers had two or more receiving touchdowns. One Panther has had two or more receiving touchdowns in one game since Dallas in 2021 with DJ Moore. So it's been a hot minute. So, and this is the thing. I think it's important to note. Obviously, Thomas Brown is not. I don't think is the guy for offensive coordinator because it's just not working out. But honestly, because he's been up and down. But if we're able to get this offense moving along and get just production like this, and have defensive games like the Houston game or the Falcons game, are you kidding me? That's a great combination. That's a great combination. One score. The Falcons game was a one-score game for them. They got one score off. Pretty sure same with Houston. They got a couple field goals, but Or no, I think they had 2 touchdowns actually, but close. It was close. We kept them. Those are the type of opponents that we kept close. And so if we can get defenses like that, if we can get that defensive performance, and I know we can. We're not going to be. We may take a step back depending on how free agency pans out and just what we do with our assets. But if we can keep Evero and we can keep some of our key players, solid stuff, and get offensive games like these, which I know we're capable of. It's going to be great. It was really nice seeing Bryce ball out. Kind of sucks that wasn't able to pan out, but we can see that when he's giving at least a little bit of an offensive line and competent receivers, this is what you get. These are the results, and these aren't bad results at all. So, and this is more proof to the pile that the receivers aren't awful. It's just we need our number one guy. We got a solid core. We just don't have the number one guy, and you can do stuff with a solid core. You can't just win off of a solid core. You need a receiver. You need that guy. So that's kind of what I would say, because DJ Chark, Thielen, good guys. Not the number one guy, and that's okay. But it's good to see. Good to see and prove that though we do need more offensive help, we don't have to start from square one. We've got pieces here, and I'm hoping that the pieces stay. Because I know Adam Thielen just came out and he was like, "This is not what I expected in North Carolina," or sorry, not North Carolina, not what I expected in Carolina, not what I expected when I signed. And I completely agree. When he signed for that 3-year deal, I guarantee he was not expecting this. But plans change, like he said. He said plans change, so I'm hoping he'll stick it out with us because he's a solid dude, solid relief guy. Same with DJ Chark. Has made some great catches over the past couple of weeks. Same with Sullivan. He came into his own. So same with Amir Smith-Marsette. We're taking a bunch of special teams guys and we're putting them at the front, and they're doing stuff. They're proven. Blackshear last year, he's a special teams guy. He was put in for a little bit last year, in the starting lineup. And same this year. So you can find diamonds in the rough. So it's nice that we have some sort of foundation to work off of. We don't have to start from square one. One thing I'll say, I personally think that Romeo Doubs caught the ball. That being said, going by the NFL rules, it was not a catch. So, because I personally have very loose catching rules in my mind of what I think a catch is. So I think Romeo Doubs caught it. That being said, the NFL shouldn't have. Then the ref should not have thought that was a catch at all. Going by the NFL rules, that was an incomplete pass. So you could definitely tell that their fingers were on the scales a little bit with the Packers. And no, the spike when the Panthers went to spike the ball, it was in fact at 0. There was not one on the clock. Okay, let's cut that crap out right now. It sucks that final drive we weren't able to get a little bit more going because we were close. We got down, I think, was it the 40 or 30 off of 2 plays. 2 plays, we went from like the 20 to their 40 or 30 because had like 10 seconds left or some amount of time. So tough loss, really is. And I wish we could have sent them packing, but I'm hoping this game can make some people realize what they can do. I mean, hoping we can work on the run defense a little bit because that just can't happen. Brian Burns been kind of off and on, but he was good. he was good. He did what he needed to do, but he's just been kind of falling back a little bit. But it's all right. You know, I'd like him. I'd like him to come back to his last year form a little bit, but oh well. I'm liking that Frankie Louvu's making appearances left and right. He's making Panthers history just with how many tackles and sacks and fumbles he's causing. So, and like the minimum he's getting. So, I'm really hoping just cohesively together we can, for next week, sort of get our crap together. It's the Jags. AFC South's wide open. Brian Burns said this. I think Derek Brown said this. Derek Brown said this about someone else. Let's send some people packing. Let's send some people home. And let's do it. Got nothing to play for but that. This game was really, it was kind of rough the first half. But like I said, second half, pretty solid. Pretty solid stuff. So if we're just able to get that second half for the whole game, offensively, maybe even take a step back offensively, but be slightly competent and have our defense do at least, 75% of what they've been doing, those are game winners. We don't even have to be at full strength to do this. And, a lot of injuries have riddled us, but I have a good feeling about what's to come just because of what I've seen and Bryce Young's development. Because this game was really telling on Bryce Young's development and what to do with receivers and what to do when he has space. And that's good. That's good. So that's what I've got to say about this game.
Yeah, I mean, this game really was the epitome of bad defense from both ends. The bad defense you kind of expected from Green Bay the last few weeks, it's not been very good from them, but it's kind of weird to see the Carolina defense struggle. They've been one of the best and most consistent in the NFL this year. But Green Bay's also got a pretty good offense. Jordan Love been playing pretty well. Aaron Jones had himself quite the day. I know this one definitely hurts. It's always tough when you are a bad team that loses a winnable game like this. Because often winning opportunities don't come that often. So, this one definitely sucks. Because I actually, going into this one, I don't know why, but Carolina Green Bay always feels like it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a good game. And I just felt like there was a lot of upset potential with this one. And there kind of was, but Green Bay did hold out in the end despite some pretty good performances from Bryce Young, from DJ Chark, from Smith-Marsette, and then Frankie Louvu on the other side. Louvu, man, he's been your best defender this year. He has earned himself some pay.
For sure.
But this is a game, despite the loss, where you can take away a lot of positives, I think, at least on the offense, something you haven't been able to do a ton. And it's nice to see Bryce Young be able to work in an environment where, if he's going to go up against a not good defense, where he's going to have a little more time to do his thing, he can make the plays. Obviously, the not good defense means the receivers are also going to be slightly more open, even though they haven't been open, period. But, with the lack of defensive proficiency from Green Bay, it does give him more time, and you can see him operate with that extra time. And guys being a little more open, obviously. 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he looked really, really good, So, the Carolina Panthers, in my opinion, have got their guy. But they need to work on that offensive line. Something fierce, and they need a guy who can catch passes. I don't know. I think Garrett Wilson might... He seems to want out of the Jets. I think you could convince him to make a move this way if you really invest in that offensive line and make sure to keep around key guys for this defense. Because with how uncompetitive your division is, I don't think you're that far away. I really don't.
Yeah, for sure.
You got any final thoughts?
No, sir.
Alrighty then, that's going to wrap it up. Please be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. We would love to hear what you'll have to say. And that is going to do it for us today. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button. Please be sure to subscribe. And we will see you all in the next video.